Today, Royals baseball comes to you from the desert and sunny Surprise, Arizona. This is season number 20 here. Can you believe that? And thank goodness we're here as the Royals are hosting the Arizona Diamondbacks. The fans are back here in the sunshine, getting ready for what we think is going to be an exciting 2022 season. Jackson Kowar will make the start this afternoon. 3-2. Right to Michael A. Taylor, who waits, and there's one down. They had 100 errors. There's another good changeup. That's Kowar's trademark pitch. 2 up, 2 down.
And that's really good to see from Jackson.
0-2 on Smith, and that's a high changeup in for a strike. And Kowar gets the D-backs 3 up, 3 down, with the Royals coming up. Whit Merrifield is leading off today. And there's a line drive that's caught it short by Perdomo. 2 down. Is that the difference between tying the record and having the record all to himself? Who knows? One big hop over to Rojas at third. And so Fott matches Kowar with a 1-2-3 first inning.
The way it is, how has that been like for you?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, sometimes you need to hear it. You know, I said that the other day. Sometimes you need to hear, the truth, and it's so good because there's no beating around the bush. I mean, it's honest, and I love it. You know, I think everybody here is going to love it as well.
All right, after the season, there's a wedding on the way, so congratulations to you guys, and excited for 2022.
Absolutely, me too. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Guys, Brady Singer, let's go up to you.
All right, thank you, Joel. There's 2 on and 1 out against Jackson Kowar, as long as possible. There's a called third strike. So after a long battle with Thomas, Kowar picks up his 3rd strikeout.
To what they're going to experience during the balance of their careers, essentially.
Almost like an extended spring training.
Right.
95 miles an hour. Down goes Perdomo, and he's been working on a slider. And we'll probably see a lot more of that this year than his curve. That is a fair ball inside the bag. And that'll veer into foul territory and go way down into the corner. And Hager will round second and hold with a leadoff double. And that's hit well to left field and to the gap. So that'll get at least 1 run home. And now Varsho is around third. Another good-looking swing. Rojas, left-hand batter, going the other way. And Arizona takes a 2-0 lead. It was certainly notable for his manager, Torey Lovello. And now another left-hand batter, Pavin Smith, goes into center field. Rojas will score. And Arizona leads 3-0 with nobody out in the 3rd.
Maybe get a ground ball, get a couple outs, and get things going. And unfortunately, that one is not going to be a ground ball.
And Arizona has 5 without recording an out in the top of the 3rd inning. Cooper Hummel hits a 2-run home run. And as we pointed out in the 1st inning, and that ball was hit hard no matter what the weather conditions are, and probably carries out of this ballpark, but out today.
Well, as soon as he hit, if it stayed fair, there was no doubt it was going to have enough distance to get out of the ballpark. But just the sound off the bat, you could tell that he got great contact for that pitch.
All the time, and it's something that sets the bar really high for everybody else. That
There's a good look
ball's hit.
And with the win, that's a no-doubter up onto the grass. And Michael A. Taylor gets the Royals on the board.
You guys are off the hook. We did something good.
There you go. We can have you on again. Hey, I want to one more thing on Bobby Witt Jr. and we'll get back to other Royals-related questions. Our fielder a high five here. Got a high fastball and put a nice swing on it. But in your playing and managing career, Mike, is there a comp for you with the high?
Eavesdrop on all of it, but it's just a healthy back and forth. Imagine if you're Daniel Lynch, having just had your first season.
That away, Joel.
Thank you.
Look at that catch out there also. So Salvador Perez, who had 48 home runs last year, has his first spring training home run off of Caleb Smith, and it is 5-2.
A few times last year, Ryan, that high fastball. Salvador Perez loves to get extended on those high pitches, and
here's a good swing and a line drive to center field. That's going to drop in front of Thomas. Hunter Dozier is 1 for 2, and the Royals have 2 on with 1 out.
voids. No longer do you have that weakness.
Mondesi is down on strikes. He is 0 for specs.
Yeah, really impressive production. Great to see these guys making the advancements, and hopefully they all have their opportunities in a very short term to display them at this level.
And get out here, and frankly, this, 3 weeks is, to me, about perfect timing.
Okay, there you can chalk that up to lobbying for a shorter spring training from Witt as we see the home run there. But let's talk a little bit about that preparation, too. Mike Matheny was telling me this morning that they were going into this as a coaching staff blind because they couldn't be in communication with you. So what does it say about this group to have everyone on their own, or sometimes in groups together, be as ready as you were?
It's coming into spring training now. Guys come in prepared. Guys come in shape. There's more resources now and ability to guys that understand that. So it's exciting to have them on the cusp.
From a broadcast standpoint, I assume that Hud is sitting watching at home. He'll be here next week, and I know everybody will be excited. But I'm just waiting for him to try to sift through.
Frankly, we're tired of talking about it. It's time to go do it. So April 7th, can't get here quick enough, and when it comes, you'll see everybody there, and excited to get the season rolling.
Get called up, suddenly you feel like you've got to be a little better than you were in AAA ball. And that certainly is not the case. I mean, the hitters are more consistent, the hitters are better, no doubt about that.
But beginning in the middle of June with a right forearm strain. And he has walked 3 in the inning. Grounded, that kicked up off the mound, and it's into center field. And that'll get 2 home for Arizona. Smith and Hummel come around to score on Gerardo Perdomo's 2-run single. Got him. So Vizcaíno gives up a 2-run single, and he gets a 3rd out of the inning as Arizona adds 3.
It's going to make for a great season when he's healthy, and he's going to be healthy this year. And the Royals fans has a lot to be excited about.
All right, well, we keep things going with the 2-out hit. Gives me a chance to say goodbye. I think we all know this. A lineup and an infield.
This is his first at-bat. With 2 on and 2 out. And that's hit well to center field. The wind will push it. Still push it, and it's onto the grass for a 3-run home run. Heck of a catch, but it was on the wrong side of the fence for the Diamondbacks. So Rivera drives in Taylor and Melendez, and it is 8-5. That's the Royals' 3rd home run today.
When Rivera hit this ball, I didn't know that it had enough juice to get as far out of the ballpark that it did. It sounded like he almost got under it a little bit, but he got it up in that jet stream and provided just enough power to give that additional probably 25-30 feet it needed, and that wasn't.
We've had a couple of conversations, and I feel like it's the best opportunity to get better, because if he doesn't think that something's good, he's going to tell you, and it's the only way you get better at something is if someone's not afraid to he's not going to say it in a mean way, but he's like, hey, here's how you can get better. And I love that. That's my particular, that's the way my mind works.
Well, and there's a difference between it coming from a coach, and obviously coach is coach. You're going to learn from your coaches and the instructors every single day. But
I think I obviously appreciate it a lot, and I think, I don't think he would have come back here if he wasn't excited to come play for this organization. I don't know if it was particularly what reason it was in particular, but it seems to me at least like Dayton and the guys who brought him in were excited about his knowledge.
They were drafted together, to Jonathan Heasley, on and on. And now you have that group of hitters knocking on the door with Witt and Prado and Melendez. What do you think about those two groups collectively kind of emerging here in the big leagues?
Well, it's cool because we all kind of got to play together. Obviously, the guys in my draft class, we got to play together. But then when those guys can't, like Prado.
Two down.
Well, it's amazing how many fans that brought back that World Series championship.
That was a strikeout before the throw down to second base. Arizona gets two more, and they lead 10-5.
Affiliated baseball.
Right center field and slicing, and it's still going to get to the gap and by Barossa. Olivares is around second, on his way to third, and he's in there with a leadoff triple. Kyle ended up playing 28 games for the Royals last year. He'll pick up an RBI. So Bliss, Ryan Bliss throws him out. Olivares comes down from third. And now it's 10-6. Arizona leading. Emmanuel Rivera, who's hit a 3-run home run. And he'll ground it to third, and that's going to get through Chatham. And Rivera will be on with two down. So just to finish the thought on the players that and now he's going to be on with a walk, and that'll put two on with two out, with Vinny Pasquantino coming to the plate. And let's go down to Joel.
Yeah, and with the eye to some of the guys, Nicky mentioned in that interview earlier that he's lockering right next to Bobby Witt Jr. Well, on the other side of Bobby Witt Jr. is Vinny Pasquantino, MJ Melendez, and Nick Prado. We saw it with the Hosmers and Mooses coming up. We've seen it with all those pitchers. We're seeing it with all these hitters as well. They are inseparable. They're together all the time.
And Mike Moustakas and Salvador Perez did not have that. They had to create their own culture. Clay Dungan, as a pinch hitter, hits one up the left field line. He'll drive in two. That'll bring in Rivera and Prado. So Bain came into the inning needing just one out, but error, walk, error, two-run double, and the Royals have two more.
That was actually a pretty good pitch that Bain made, but staying back and just letting the ball travel. Sure enough, rewarded with a two-run double.
Center field, and the wind is going to push it all the way to the wall, and making a leaping play is Carroll. So that wind continues to blast out to center. That saved three, but the Royals do score three and make it a two-run game.
I mean, there's so many hours in a day. I mean, how many hours can you expect a coach to come in and work on that video and get ready for the workout and do all the things they have to do? So that's, having those extra bodies certainly will ease the workload for a lot of coaches who put in so many hours getting ready for ball games.
Olivares, that's a good-looking swing into right field, and a nice running play by Barossa. That was a low, sinking, slicing line drive, and Barossa got a good read immediately.
I don't know that I would remember the time of game, but I bet our director, Steve Kurtenbach, probably would remember that one. And that's into right center field. Jones is around third. He'll score. The Royals turn another error into a run. Now it's 10-9 with the tying run at third base and one out. Good time to see how they work, get the reads, execute.
There's a good looking swing from Rivera, and the Royals will come back to tie the game. And now Hicklin will go first to third with a potential go-ahead run. In the bottom of the eighth.
This inning is a very good example of how you cannot give more than 3 outs in an inning. The Diamondbacks have been guilty of that a couple times a day. The Royals taking advantage of it here.
And Olivares hits a line drive into left center field. That's going to roll deep, and that should do it. So at 2 outs and nobody on, Jones reaches with a single. Olivares doubles him home. And the Royals, who were down by 5 at one point today, end up beating the Diamondbacks 11-10.
Nice little character win for the boys in blue. Sure, Edward Olivares is happy about that one. Little walk-off, first one of the season. They're on the win column now. That'll bring some smiles to Mike Matheny's face for sure.
He had some good swings today.
He did. He stung the baseball.
So that makes the Royals 1-0-1. 3 hours and 28 minutes. Mike Matheny got to take a look at a lot of pitching and position players today, and with Jones running on that 3-2 pitch,